Hi guys, video number 2. This is for the vocabulary share assignment, so it won't be as long as the first video. Thanks for sticking with me on that one to make sure that you got all the right answers. Remember, you have a quiz Friday and you'll be able to use all of this material. So for our first assignment for this week in science, you'll see it located on number 3 of the slides. It's called vocabulary share. It says the directions, which are listening to now, and then the doc is located in Unit 1 assignments. So when you go into your Google Classroom and you go into your classwork, under Unit 1 assignments, you will see vocabulary share. Yours will be in a color by the time you see this. And when you open it, here's what it says. We will analyze our work on the vocabulary squares and communicate with each other to learn more about our words. So please remember that last week you spent a lot of time on 8 vocabulary words and you placed them in squares. One square had the word and the definition, one square you inserted a picture, one square you wrote a meaningful sentence or fact, and then you finally placed a source of where you got any of your information. So the hardest part of that vocabulary square activity from last week was the meaningful sentence or fact to use a brand new word in. So we are going to use the document you see in front of you called Vocabulary Share to share with each other the facts or sentences or examples that we came up with. So you'll see the directions listed here. On this shared doc, shared means everyone can see what we are typing. We're going to use our vocabulary squares to type your meaningful sentence or fact for any 3 of the vocabulary words. So you must type your name after each comment that you make. Remember, this is a shared doc and all of us are sharing sentences and facts so that we can learn more about the words. Do not change or modify this doc itself or anyone else's answers. Okay, that could result in citizenship penalties as well as grade consequences. So here's how it works. You're going to see this document, and by the time you log on to it, maybe somebody else has. And you only have to pick 3 of the words that you feel best about your fact or example or sentence that you used. So again, what you might want to do is go to your classwork, open your vocabulary squares from last week. And if you minimize one screen, you could pull a tab over so that while you're in the share, which is the assignment for right now, then you can actually be looking at this other document that you have completed. So you're going to pick whichever meaningful sentence or fact that you feel strongest about for 3 of the words. And then you're going to come to this document and you're going to type those in for each one. So for example, peer review, I might put, we practice this during class using our articles. Then I would put my name. Conclusion, I put, this is like a summary in English language arts. And then I would put my name. So then I could keep coming back over to my vocabulary squares and seeing the work that I have already done and being like, oh yeah, quantitative observation. I wrote a good example here for that. So I'd come back over to our assignment for today and I'd write, my example is that table is 1 meter. And I'd put my name. And I did 3, proofread of course. So I did 3 out of the 8 words and I contributed and I put my name. I did not mess with any of the words or anyone else's writing. So by the end of this week, you should have a lot of examples from your classmates to help you study more or make these words a little bit easier to understand. So that is your vocabulary share assignment directions.